Hey, good morning, Casey. How are you? Oh, I still can't get this rolled out. Oh, nice. Good morning. Just testing out how everything is going to look like first before I actually start the tournament. Alright, I need to turn on my poison swarm stun. Hey Graham, good morning. How are you? Alright, I think this looks decent. Let's see, can I get anything here? So by the way guys, look at this rubbish. I'm still lacking one copy of this and not enough gems. Not enough gems at all. Let me show you the module history pools. So when this was this was the last tournament, right? So you can see how bad my pools have been from 4th of September, and I'll just go through. I think that was pity. I think this was pity pool. Not sure. And then I got one harmony conductor, and I hope it's not going to be another pity pool, but I really want that last copy. I would say like I need that last copy just to get like ancestral, then I can use it in my farming runs. It's going to make things so much better. Terrible luck. Graham, if you buy the event boost in game, so if you have entered the creator code over here, then yes, it should work. But it's more expensive if you buy it in game. You get, oh, this is it guys. Come on. Oh, damn it. Oh no. You know what? Okay, I think what I'll do after the tournament is, well, I have some medals, and I know I say I shouldn't do this, but then I really want that module, and I don't really want to spend on the app store for on the web store for this. I don't know, we'll see. Oh, how are my milestones looking? $400 in tier 20, 80 in tier 21. Should I try? Oh, hang on, is there a new version? Did we have to update the game? Let me check the app store, because the developers were supposed to fix the knockback bug, yeah? Let me see if I have to update the game. No, we don't have to update the game. Alright, so I guess after the tournament, maybe I can do some milestones to try to get, maybe if I could get this tier 20 500 and tier 21 80. I think I should be able to make it to tier 21 wave 80. Hopefully, I don't know. My damage is pretty bad. But anyway, I guess we can get started with the tournament. So for this tournament, I'm just going to keep my range at 69 meters first. And then shockwave is at 2.3. It's just on the outside of my range line. I noticed in the previous tournament, because my shockwave size was too far away, I wasn't really getting much bullet damage. And with chain lightning, I guess we want a bit of bullets to occur, so then that way I can probably kill the fleets a little bit easier. But looking at the battle conditions for today, Orb Resistance, Plasma Cannon Resistance, and Boss Ultimate, it just means we have to deal a lot of damage to the boss. So I think the longer I can keep the boss away from my tower, that would be better. I'm not intending to push like the bosses too far out, because the enemies too far out, because I want the bounce shots and whatever to just hit the boss as much as possible. Try to get as much damage on the boss as possible. I think when we get to a point where I'm unable to kill the bosses, that's when we'll get overwhelmed and die. In terms of my enhancements, this is how they look like. So everything is 2.75, attack speed 1.4. In the defense tab, health regen, wall health at 2.1, orb size at 1.7. I opted to bring it down from 1.8 because there's orb resistance. And level skips at 1.43. Cash bonus at 2. So yeah, let's get started with the tournament and we see how we do it with this first run. Time is 11:09 PM here, so hopefully it's a good bracket. Have you guys done your tournament? Casey always does it in the last few minutes. Living life dangerously. At least with CF10, I should be able to, and we don't have ultimate weapon battle condition today, so I'm hoping that I would be able to, I guess, CC quite a lot of the bosses. And if protectors do have their ultimate, at least there is a chance that I can kill them before they enter my tower range. But I can totally foresee that Protector Ultimate, it's going to introduce a level of RNG that is just going to make things a bit difficult to predict later on. Especially since I don't have Chain Lightning Plus. If I did have Chain Lightning Plus, it's going to be a lot easier to clear out the protectors. Oh wow, I'm gonna get to 69. Very nice number. Almost breaking 70 this time around, hey? 69.7. I guess next tournament it would be... Oh, I hope next tournament it will be above 70%. It's still too low though. Like, I saw Greenie's one. Greenie's is at like 80%. That extra 10%, I mean even 1% of ELS makes so much difference. 10% is crazy. Well, This is my target priority. I'm not sure what to do, but I think range would be dangerous, so range goes first. I want to pop the protectors as quickly as possible. Then it's boss and fleets. I think we can try this out and see how we go with this first. Maybe in terms of my orbs for the time being, I'm just going to push them just on the outside of my range line. Maybe I'll keep extra orbs on the inside and workshop orbs on the outside. Yeah. I just want to clear out as many enemies as possible. There's no death ray resistance as well, which I think is nice. Especially since we have that mission. And let's check out the bracket actually. Come on, easy one, easy one. Jimmy Bones, good. Red End, that's good. Alright. If Christus Rex. Let's see what was your previous tournament's ranking? Okay, he seemed to be a lot lower than me in the previous tournament, so I think that's okay. Well, this guy's gonna beat me, that's for sure. Yeah, this is in top 200, this guy. Oops. Alright, so I think, unless there were some new people here, Andy, alright, Andy's alright, Evan's alright. I think we should be safe for second place this tournament. It does seem like a decently good bracket for me. The only person I won't be able to beat is Mr. Lee. And that is fine. Second place is good. Alright, so this takes out a lot of pressure. Takes a lot of pressure off me. We've got pretty good coverage with the Poison Swamp as well. I think I should be able to control the bosses pretty well, even though there is Protector Ultimate. Probably things wouldn't be too dangerous until around the wave 2000 region, I think. Especially since there's no fast ultimate today. We should have pretty good safety measures in place with the Poison Swamp stance, CF, and Black Hole even. I'm not sure if Black Hole is worth switching off. But these days my Black Hole actually does quite a bit of damage. Yeah, maybe I'll leave Black Hole on. It's good that it would sort of pull protectors away from the bosses, since bosses don't get affected by black hole. But, oh, 9 people here. Hello, hi everyone. How are you all? Is it Saturday in the US now? Saturday morning, I guess? It's probably pretty early in the morning, eh? I don't think anyone wants to wake up this early to do tournaments on Saturday. Especially if you went out on Friday. So Casey, have you tested out Primordial Collapse? How do you like it? It's after 9 on the East Coast. Okay. I need another fodder to make it ancestral and to roll mods on. Oh, Casey. Your luck must have been so good you didn't get enough fodder to get into ancestral. Yeah, just casually pulling all the epic modules. Not enough fodder. You know, ever since the last tournament, I've been pulling every 20 gems, just in the hopes of getting that last copy. I mean, at this stage, I don't even want it at 1 star. That can wait. I just want it at ancestral so that I can equip it in my farming runs. Stupid, such a stupid game. And the fear that I have at the moment is if I do buy like that galaxy-sized gem pack, can you imagine what would happen if I just hit pity pool and it's not Primordial Collapse, it's like one of the other things? I'm going to be so sad. I don't think I have the mental capacity to continue playing this game if that happens. I had some fodder already, but I finally got so many DC I could make it. Oh wow, first world problems, Casey. So I think the nice thing about this particular tournament is even with basic ultimate, right, when basic ultimate happens and we get more of everything, all of the other types of enemies that spawn are going to be, I can kill them off with Death Ray and Orbs. There's no resistance of those two, which means that really all I have to worry about is killing bosses, and I guess protectors as well. But with protectors we can kind of, hope that they get pulled into the black hole or something. So actually maybe raising my range up a little bit would not be too bad. The only thing that I'm afraid of is when fleet starts spawning. If my range is too large, it would actually be very difficult to hit them. You can imagine that like there's not enough enemies to bounce shots over or proc chain lightning onto and so on. Maybe actually that seems to suggest to me that I should pull my orbs in. And let's bring orbs all the way in. Or maybe even slapping on wave accelerator might have been a good option. Well, but in any case, if I can't clear the fleets, it's only going to be overcharged enemies that are going to shoot my tower, which I think I can sort of live with, you know. With the commanders, I think when they buff the enemies are going to have more health or something. And maybe are immune to orbs, I'm not sure. But for the most part, I think it seems like the only issue is going to be bosses for this tournament. Hey JP, how are you? Good morning. Haha. Yes, my bracket is pretty good. I'm getting second place in this bracket, pretty sure. You paid the price for joining the first bracket of the tournament. You're always telling me not to do that, JP, and then you did it. So guys, JP got a pretty tough bracket this tournament. See, wave 1000 looking very good. No damage taken so far. Love it. And you know what? I was reading the effects of Dimension Core earlier, and it just occurred to me that with Dimension Core, you see, Chain Lightning has a 60% chance of hitting the initial target, which means that we don't really need Chain Lightning chance. Right? Regardless of whatever our initial chance is, the first bullet that we shoot is going to have a 60% chance of hitting the initial target. Maybe bounce shots would benefit from having Chain Lightning chance, but then that sort of seems to me that I can just roll out this substat and put something else inside here, like maybe Poison Swarm duration or something, and that would make my controls a lot better than just simply using, you know, Chain Lightning chance here. It's not like I have issues with armor stacks at the moment as well. Kristen sniped the bracket. What's his wave count at? There's a bounce shot strategy in the works. I guess with chain lightning. But no, we are not bang bang people, JP. We are boom boom people. So it's gonna be smart missiles for me. I mean, look at the visual effects, right? Look at these big green circles, and then you look at that tiny little Zs on the screen. One looks powerful, one looks like, I don't know, tickling people. Hey, Master Chief, good morning, how are you? With almost wave 1200, no issues yet. This is so much easier than fast ultimate. I think with fast ultimates at around 1400 I'm going to take a hit, but this feels so safe at the moment. DC and Astral Deliverance is my go-to tournament builds. Yeah, so I was actually debating whether to use Astral Deliverance earlier, but I think Death Penalty is probably going to be better because later on in the tournament I'm just not killing anything, so it's better to just one-shot some protectors, some bosses. That would be great. What was my previous tournament wave count? Let me see. I got second, by the way, 2434. So I'm expecting 2500 today. So 1900 for demon mode. Okay. Yeah, or should we just do it 1800 and hope that we can get to 2600? No, I'll do 18. I'll do nuke at 1800 just to hope that overcharged enemies don't attack too quickly. Niku, hello, good morning. Could I explain to you the difference between Orb Devil and Blender in the mid game? What are the pros and cons? Niku, so Blender is just where you use free upgrades. It's very AFK friendly, and so with free upgrades everything is just going to get upgraded eventually, and then you basically just rely on your orbs to take down the enemies, and that's why it's called Blender. Your orbs are sort of the Blender blades. It's very AFK friendly, which means you just set and forget, but because unless you are using Black Hole Digester, you are going to be having 69.5 meter range typically, and that is going to result in lesser coin per minute. Orb Devil is, well, you're still using your orbs to kill the enemies, but you are going to want to hoard the enemies, so enemies are going to hoard inside of your tower range. And the way you do that is by not having any attack speed and so on, so you can't push the enemies back with knockback, and enemies they're hoarding around your wall, and eventually when your ultimate weapons proc, say Black Hole procs, it pulls the enemies out to your orb line and your orbs kill the enemies there. The benefit of that is that all of those enemies which are killed, they are going to benefit from all the coin buffs that you can get, and so you get higher coin. But it's much more micro intensive. If you have time to do that, then of course Orb Devil will give you more coin. Blender is more of a set and forget strategy. And hey Ghetto, how are you? Thank you very much. I think I'm getting second place for this tournament. Graham says, I found Havoc Bringer a decent cannon for tournament since I have 24x max rend, a 20+% for that to kick and fast is great when I'm trying to hang in legends. Well, whatever works best for you, Graham. So my understanding is that with rend armor, I never really saw the damage numbers, but with rend armor, it's only really good for Poison Swarm Plus. Bullet damage doesn't really do very much, so it's one of those things where I never really bothered with it until I got to Poison Swarm Plus. But I mean, hitting the enemies for more is never a bad thing. Nico, you heard that Orb Devil is worse for tournaments. Yeah, for tournaments you just want to kill the enemies as quickly as possible, so you don't want to hoard any enemies. And that's because we just want to live as long as we can. We are not interested in coin gain in tournaments. We just want to get the tournament placement as high as possible for our current level and then go back to farming. So I think in the practical guide series, in one of the earlier episodes, I did showcase both builds very briefly. And in one of the episodes, I also talked about the different considerations that you might have for range, for various range that you decide to use. You can check out those videos, but to be honest, I've been quite far removed from a devil kind of strategy for a very long time now, so it might be better to ask someone in the earlier stages of progression about how it works. Oh, and how did I lose my wall? Oh, the saboteur is now on my wall. It took out my spotlight. Okay, it's dead. I presume it was Protector Ultimate that took out my wall. Well, anyway, wall is back, just in time for the overcharge. It would be very nice to have good health regen, especially since I've got wall fortification. My health regen is, to me it seems very good, but apparently I'm told it's very bad health regen. Oh, check it out, the death ray just wiped out everything in the commander. That's really nice. The commander itself is not dangerous, it's the stuff that it does when it buffs all the other enemies that's really, really dangerous. Okay, so right there we saw a Protector Ultimate ongoing, and then the boss, when it went to the Protector's Ultimate, it straight away came closer to my tower. In the later stages that would be bad. And let's just pop nuke now. I don't know what hit my wall down again, so let's just pop it out, be done with it. JP, when am I going to start farming with Dimcore? I don't think I would do that anytime soon. Mostly because I don't think my build relies on chain lightning. My intended build, I don't think it's going to rely on chain lightning. I think I would use Harmony Conductor and Primordial Collapse. Oh yeah, but guess who's probably someone to ask about this. Hey Vlad, how are you? Good morning. I mean, I'm really trying to pay attention to what hits my wall, but I really can't tell. There's just so much going on the screen. It's getting very confusing to look at. Looking at my tower to see how yours will look like in a few years. There's a website. You can get there in 1 year. So recently I have gotten quite a few people have messaged me and asked me to sort of do like a series on, I guess the closest thing I can think of is account reviews, and maybe look through other people's towers and talk about how I would upgrade them and so on. It seems like there would be a demand for this kind of content, but I'm really quite hesitant about starting a series on this because number one, I don't use any spreadsheets, and therefore if I were to say something like, well, I think you should upgrade this, there is really no backing behind it except for the fact that, well, I think that lab is pretty good. And because of that, it sort of means that everything that I mentioned in the practical guide series, I don't see how any advice I give would sort of differ from that first few episodes, right? I'm definitely going to be telling anyone who does not have GT Plus to get to GT Plus first, who has not done their econ labs to go into econ labs first. I'm going to tell people to hold off on chain lightning to the point where your econ is developed sufficiently. The advice is probably going to be very, very similar to what I say in the practical guide, and that's why I'm not very keen on doing that series. However, you know, if there is a really strong demand for it, then I guess I would do it. But what do you guys think? Do you think it's worthwhile? Miguel, hello. Thank you very much. I could take the approach of explaining the weakness you see in a person's tower, maybe why your tower sucks. Yeah, well, I guess the better thing to mention, Graham, would be like, oh, you know, here are the problems I've identified with your tower. Here is the solution, and then paste the link to the web store. Vlad, you'll sign up? Okay. I mean, there are already people who are doing it, right? Crowbar Zero was the first to start up that like Pump Up My Tower series. Honestly, I learned a lot from his series, and to a certain extent, a lot of the information that he provided back then, I think, is still very relevant in today's meta even. So back when Crowbar Zero was doing his Pump Up My Tower series, his advice was largely focused around syncing your smart missiles with your other ultimate weapons to break protector shields. And of course, these days we have Chain Lightning Plus to deal with that. But I do think that there is still going to be scope for having good smart missile development, especially in the case of what is that called? The commander fleets. So I think the developers at the end of the day, they would want all ultimate weapons to be sort of balanced with one another. And it might seem like when you're looking at damage alone, Chain Lightning is of course going to be doing the most damage. Poison Swarm damage is also pretty good, but we also should have to account for like the specific damage profiles that each ultimate weapon brings. If you were to look at Poison Swarm damage is great if you have the ability to let it tick for a long time. Then the amp gets very, very high. So that means that it's going to excel in a situation where you have to do very sustained damage for prolonged periods of time. And I think for the most part it does that really well with bosses and so on. In terms of the fleets, well, fleets kind of have to die very quickly, so Poison Swarm doesn't really fill that gap. And Chain Lightning Plus, it does very good spread AoE damage, but where it's lacking is that even with Chain Lightning Plus, it does 60% of the enemy's damage. And I guess with Dimension Core, you might get a pretty decent amp on the enemies. However, because Chain Lightning itself does not actually stack up its damage aside from the scatter amp, it's probably going to be outclassed by in terms of single target damage by smart missiles. So now if you look at the, say, not overcharge but commanders, when commanders buff up the enemies, commanders is just like protectors on steroids, right? They have this ring. There will be a whole range of enemies that are going to get buffed up by the commander. If you have smart missiles and your smart missiles just launch onto that entire ring of enemies, it's probably going to do a very good job at nuking those enemies down if we have very strong smart missile development. JP, it's a great idea as a content creator to start a new account every new version. I think it will help more people. JP, I'll leave that up to you, man. I mean, that given the number of JP978s in JPlay's Discord, those were all your accounts, right, JP? But yeah, I get your point. It's difficult to relate to someone just starting out in this game because for me that was 4 years ago and it's changed a lot since then. However, and this is a very big however, I don't want to go back to lab speed all over again. It's a 1 year-ish lab investment. Lab speed, chronofield, all of those kinds of stuff that I take for granted these days. I don't want to go through the process of leveling them up once more. And if it's F2P, I think in 4 years I would probably be what, like 50,000 stones or so. That is, in today's context, 50,000 stones is considered very low. Yeah, Niku, everything is very horrible in the early game. It is. It's so bad. Knowing my level of impatience, it's highly likely that if I start a free-to-play account, it will start off as free-to-play, and then, like, 1 week later, the coin packs are done, and then 1 month later, oh, I need more modules, and then suddenly I'm going to be 14 packs a month, guys. I would say this though, if you haven't maxed out your scatter amplification lab, try to get it up as high as possible before going into tier 16. I'm currently dying to scatters once again. in my farming runs. Like, I think a third of my runs are dying to scatters. Rays are actually not a problem for me at this stage, it's scatters for some reason. Maybe it's a sign that my chain lightning is actually too weak, and I should probably be improving my chain lightning. Maybe get a 5th quantity or something. Maybe get more chance. But we're almost at 2,000 waves. I think so far it's been very safe. My wall has broken a few times, but it's all due to the Protector ultimate. That was to be expected. So far I haven't been unlucky enough to have the Protector ultimate happen when the overcharge enemy is present. But let's not jinx it, let's see how we go. Here we have an overcharged enemy. It's chunking on my wall, but not too unmanageable at this stage. What are the odds of the boss dropping reroll shards? Sorry, Nico, I have no idea. They either drop modules or reroll shards, or sometimes nothing at all, I think. I'm thinking maybe I would want to increase my range a little bit, bring it up to 85 meters range or so, or maybe 95 meters range, since my poison swarm coverage is pretty decent at this stage. But let's just leave it like this. I don't want to, given the number of bosses available, I don't want to have to do my orbs and everything all over again. trying to run tier 11 with intro sprint and I got 0 shots in 15 minutes. Yes, Nico, so under intro sprint you don't get anything. It's just to clear the wave counts and get to a point where there's higher enemy spawns. Oh, a buff protector here would be really dangerous. Oh, but okay, it died. My wall is down again, okay. Hey William, how are you? Good morning. Okay, I think I know what is killing, what is hitting my wall now. If there is a fast enemy in the protector shield, it's going to, a ranged enemy, it's going to shoot me. I see. They're like this one. Surprisingly, bosses are actually quite bearable today. I'm at 23 epics and only 3 primordial collapse on banner pools, random math. Oh wow, William, you're in a worse spot than I am, man. I don't know how many epics I've gotten, but it's I think 40% are primordial collapse, something like that. But yes, I'm sure like the rates are a bit effed up this time round. It's ridiculous. I'm around like 20,000, not 20, that maybe that's an exaggeration. At least 17,000-18,000 gems that I've pulled, and only 7 copies of that module. Maybe it's not a bug, maybe they just tweaked the numbers and didn't tell us, you know. They want to farm up some in real life currency. And well, you know, it's also a distribution, so there are some people who have gotten so many copies. You work with stats in your research and gave them a whole regression plus Bayesian analysis. Yeah, so I mean, even with stats, right, like, you could be on the tail end of the distribution, you know, leftmost tail. And you're that unlucky person. But you know what, thank you very much for coming, William. You have made my day a lot better. I've been really miserable not having that that last copy of the primordial collapse. I was just talking about it earlier. and you know, it sucks to say, but then like, I understand your pain, and the only thing I can say is I'm a bit happier now because you're in a worse spot than I am. Yeah, it's 5 standard deviations out. How many gems did it cost you to get 23 epics though? I'm pretty sure I got less than 23 epics with that 17,000-ish gems. Overcharge. So overcharge is actually not dangerous whenever wall is up. It's only when wall is down that's when it's dangerous. So I think that makes any sort of wall rebuild stat that we can get really useful to have. What are we? I mean, I'm probably going to die around like the wave 24-2500 region, and at this stage what bosses are doing 21 trillion damage. I think health regen is much more important than wall health, because our wall is going to go down anyway when any of the other types of enemies hit us with high enough wave count. So having all that damage reduction probably not as useful as just having enough regen. See, like now the boss takes out my wall. As long as my wall is up by the next overcharge spawn, even if there's not much fortification going on, I should be safe. Banner initially hit epic pools at an insane rate, probably 7% for the wow. I think I'm about 13,000 gems. Pull rate was 4%. Hit 2 PT pools in a row after, so that's down now. I see. Yeah, that's unfortunate, man. Let me know what they say about the rates, because if it really is a bug, and I highly doubt that it's a bug, if it really is a bug, I think we ought to get some sort of compensation. Oh, this boss didn't want to die. Thankfully, that recent fleet was a saboteur. It just died, so I have a while now to recharge my wall. Math isn't massive. They don't want to go statistical war with me. Oculus, hello. Compensation 10 gems. I mean, the amount that people are probably pulling from this new banners, I don't think 10 gems is going to cut it. If there was really a statistical discrepancy, then I think they ought to compensate players equivalent to the amount of of the discrepancy, or well, you know, 10% less, we give them that. These protectors are getting a bit annoying now. Like every other protector that comes in has the ultimate buff in, and it's just affecting everything. So it's highly likely that I'm not going to have my wall up for the next boss, for the next fleet. Oh, and thankfully it's just a saboteur. That's not too bad. Took me 13,000 to get Ancestral. So Casey's is what, 5-star, Sharp Fortitude and 20,000 gems. That sounds right. But 13,000 to get Ancestral. And don't forget, Casey, that with just Ancestral you need another 10 copies. Oculus, I'm not done pulling on this module. I still haven't got Ancestral PC yet. It's just the stupidest amount of pulling that I've been doing lately. And given how often my wall is breaking now thanks to these protectors, I think let's just up the range. Let's bring it to 82 meters range first. I need to up my shockwave size a little bit. Let's bring it to 2.5. I think 2. Let me slow down the game speed. I need to see where my shockwave lands. Okay, I think that was just slightly on the outside of my range line. Yeah, alright, that's slightly on the outside of my range line. That's good. And we can probably push the orbs out. There's another boss. Oh, there's still another boss. Oh, there's a new boss that comes in now. I don't think I'm ever going to be able to move my orbs. The bosses come in faster than I can kill them. Oh, and there's an overcharge right now, so let's not touch anything. Wall is down. Still haven't killed this overcharge. Alright, it's finally dead. Well, given how annoying that was, let's just I don't know, let's do 95 meters for now. And whenever I get a chance to move my orbs, I'll move it. But there's just so many bosses on screen at the moment, I can't move my orbs. Alright, that was second win. Very, very unfortunate. I spent about 2.5k gems, only got 3 epics. 2 of those were Primordial Collapse. Put 1 module just for fun, and I got PC in this. Yeah, probability is a funny thing. Spent 17 K-Gems 4-star Primordial Collapse. Yeah, Graham, I know. I mean, it's a really good module to me, I think. I would be very happy to have it and use it. Right, so I overestimated how far I would get with this run. I expected 2500. Doesn't seem like that's happening. Protector Ultimate is, I guess, too dangerous for me at this stage. This is not good. Oh, that's alright. That's alright. Maybe I might need my shockwave a little bit larger. Let's see where 2.6 lands us. Yeah, let's get 2.7 on my shockwave size. Well, Graham, you should tell us how much is helping your farming rent, so in case people haven't pulled it. And, well, I don't think there's many people who haven't pulled it, but in future, if there's anyone who's starting out and they watch this, they would probably have a better idea of how good it is. Yeah, having cannon right after is going to be rough. It's probably just to encourage the spending. It's approximately 4 standard deviations, meaning this would fall in a fair 50-50 distribution test in any legal or research setting. William hit futs with the power of statistics. His math isn't the best. Over the years we kind of know that. And was farming tier 10 before using Om chip. Have a natural sync including golden bot in 180 seconds. What is mid-game nowadays, guys? I know previously I would say mid-game is everything sort of before GT+. But it seems like now, given how much new stuff we've been thrown at, it seems like mid-game is... I think early game is everything before GT Plus now, maybe. I'm proud they finally thought to start monetizing the EHP players. They must have been thinking for a long time how they could potentially get... Oh god, what is this rubbish? What was this rubbish? I don't think that there was a protector at all. How did the 2 bosses just fly into my tower? Well, anyway, I don't really care. We should have second place today. Let's see how we're doing in the bracket at the moment. So alright, this guy has a chance of beating me, but his tournament performance wasn't very good. So let's hope that he's dead. 2022. Maybe there's a world where if I see protectors coming, I should toggle off my CF plus so that bosses don't spin into my protectors. Let's see how that goes. For that, I would actually need to lower the game speed. Alright, protectors are dead. Let's keep the game speed at 3.5x or 3x, so I can actually micro that. At least until my energy shields are up, or even second wind is up. Okay, there we go. For me, late mid game is when you have GT Plus and Masteries unlocked. Late games when you get the first key. I see. I'm considered late game now, guys. I've got keys. It seems like we are safe for a while. So perhaps it's worth saying why I did what I did earlier. So when the bosses come and they are spinning to the protector, if there is protector ultimate, the boss is going to come straight to my tower. So I don't want the bosses to get to the protector shield when protector ultimate is on. And you can see when protector ultimate is on, the protector looks like it has a double square instead of a single square. So then when I see that protector ultimate is on, I can toggle off my CF plus, so I still benefit from the slow, but the bosses stop spinning and they move closer to my tower. And then when they're sort of desynced from my protectors, I can then turn on CF plus once again. A bit more micro intensive, but at least that way we can get a few extra waves, I hope. There we go. Like this one has... oh shit. So like this protector over here, that thing just screwed me over. Well, I was a bit too slow with the micro there. But if I had seen the boss coming a bit closer, it would have been good to just turn off my poison, my CF plus early on, before I reach the protector. Do I have smite Oculus? No, I don't have. I don't have smite. You jingle when I walk with all those keys. Oh, it's okay. We have three shields at the moment, so I think we can afford to, you know, be a bit complacent. That thing took a while to die. Oh, this ray is going to pop off on me. That was unfortunate that the ray wasn't in Poison Swamp. Hey Ryan. Right, so there is a protector ultimate at the moment. Oh, the protector broke my wall and died. Okay. Somehow I just got a Death Defy. I don't know what hit me. You miss my super cool and not at all nerdy statistics laden struggle session. So, William, are you a statistician? I do quite a bit of statistics in my work. Mostly I work with Bayesian stuff. But I don't specifically work with econometric models. Hey Carol. Yeah, like and subscribe. Good point. Almost at 1,000 subscribers. Really looking forward to that. Okay, there. Let's do that. Looking good so far. I think before the patch on battle conditions like this, I should be able to get to the point where bosses reach AA HP. And now with the fleets and all, it's unsurprising that I'm going to be having a lot lower health for the bosses. But all things considered, I think if we are able to reach like 300 HD, oh god damn it, one more time. Let's just pop this and try to kill them. This bullshit protector just popped out out of nowhere. Relevantly, I use stats in econ and neuroscience. Hey, very cool, very cool. I'm doing my PhD in economics at the moment. But I work more in game theory, Bayesian games. Ah, damn it! This was a bad timing for an overcharge. Yeah, P hacking is a thing. I mean, in all the papers nowadays, they do a lot of P hacking. P hacking. Oh, you're in Cambridge. Nice. I'm in Unimel. This is it. Alright, we died. Killed by range, but it's actually killed by protector. Alright, so this is the damage breakdown. I think it should be fine. I don't think doing a second run is going to change anything. We're still just going to get shit on by all of that protectors. So let's leave it at this, and hopefully this guy has equally bad luck as I do, and maybe that would make it a bit safer. Melbourne is strong, yeah. Oh yeah. You dated someone who went there. That's nice. Stop stealing people from where I am. I'm lonely, you know. What's my dissertation? I work in game theory, Bayesian games. Well, it's game theory, but more applied game theory. Still quite a fair bit of math involved. Jonathan, hello. Yes, I got CF10. Let me pull up the, where is it? CF. There we go. CF10. Look at this for a bit. William, yeah. So my dissertation, I'm looking at the interaction between senders and receivers, and I'm looking at how, specifically for, like, say the finance industry or something, when financial advisors make recommendations to clients, they typically have some sort of biases involved in their recommendations, and on top of that, clients also have outside options available for them. So given the two, biases and outside options, what's the outcome of the game going to be like? And I mean, so far it's good. The messaging rule is pretty easy. It's a cheap talk game. Messaging and acceptances are pretty easy to characterize. It's recommendations that are a bit painful to work on, but almost done with that particular topic. And I think maybe a bit more welfare analysis and stuff, and maybe for the final chapter, looking at the optimal location of outside options. So we can think of how say companies, when they want to advertise financial products in the media, how they would choose their optimal advertising strategies and so Did I see a nice upgrade? Yes and no, Jonathan. So I saw a very nice upgrade in my farming runs. I've gotten, as you can see now, my highest wave is 6.7. It's gone up by about, on average, 1,000 waves, but this was 1,500 waves increase. So yeah, I mean, it's good overall. Well, I've got 40 gems. Let's do it. Let's do it. Ah, damn it. Damn it. Ugh. Should I just should I just go on that website, guys? Our work is similar. Mine is biases in real estate, private equity, capital structures, arbitrages, despite information efficient markets. Okay. Behavioral finance, yeah. So I tried going into experimental related stuff for my second chapter. I really hated the programming. I hated it so much that I told my supervisors, nope. I'm just going to focus on math. So let's see, 2200 now. Oh, this guy might actually catch up, you know. Very dangerous. What can I do differently from before that would help me out? I don't think there's anything much that I could do that is different. Well, yeah, okay. Here's what I'll do. Let's buy this first, and let's hope. Right, we get 7 more. Ah, damn it. Okay. The next thing that I can do is I can probably try to get to a higher wave. In tier 21, maybe that will give me enough gems. Can I even get to wave 80 at this stage? Well, there's only one way to find out. Let's try it out. This is my tournament setup still, so let's go. Look at that. Oh right, I should have taken off intro sprint. I'm sorry, hang on. That was stupid of me. So let's take off intro sprint. Let's put in wave accelerator in place. Also the enemies are doing too much damage, so let's just lock attack level skip. And then let's see if we can get to wave 80. Okay, maybe I should just pop demon mode right at the start then. Okay, let's do this, and then I need to survive basically until Chrono Loop comes on. Well, I intellectually understand when a financial advisor is playing a game with me. I have a huge moral objective, and that becomes an individual that I want to avoid rather than do business. I'm a master student. I am broke, the most powerful. But God help us fix it. So William, I think with coding, yeah, AI can do a lot of the coding, but you still have to kind of troubleshoot it, and I hate reading code, so it's not really my sort of thing. Let's bring this up to 2.5. How did I even manage to make it to wave, what, 60 in tier 21 previously? Tier level 20 and I'm already down like everything. Well, on the bright side, I should get quite a nice amount of reroll shots doing this. Coding is much easier for you than math. Ah, okay. Yeah, I don't like reading code at all. But I'm okay with with mathematics. It's you work with a toy model and then you sort of build the proof from there. So not too bad. And Mathematica is a lot easier to work with than AI when it comes to accuracy. Maybe I should. Oh, bosses. Maybe I'll put my range, my outline somewhere around here. Can chip on bosses a little bit. Bearish on the future of medical, legal, and financial industries past the next year or so. Major unpredictable societal upheaval in the next few years. And this became about financial advisory. Hey Q97, hello. How are you? So let's see tournament again. This guy is gonna catch up to me, hey. Dangerous. Oh boy. But if I looked at the previous tournament, he was like 200 positions less than me. So was my tournament luck really that shit? Or is it my strategy that it's rethinking? Huh. If we get it, it seems like we can get to wave 80, that's good. Let's see how high I can get as many gems as I can, then pull and hope that I get that primordial collapse. I learned all my math from Professor Leonard on YouTube. No idea who he is. Yeah, Q97, it's 2100 reroll shots per fleet enemy in tier 21. I'm nowhere near close to completing this tier. I'm just doing it so that I can get, hopefully, one more copy of that module. But the enemies in tier 21 are really, really tanky, you know. Very difficult to die. You need that Q97. How far are you away from tier 21? If you can make it to tier 21, Greeny has a video on reroll shot farming. It's pretty fun. It's pretty brainless, but it's good. It's good reroll shots per hour. 3 blue, 1 brown. Oh yeah, I came across that channel before, William. To be fair, I think a lot of the mathematics that we learn, it looks very abstract and so on, but then when you're actually applying it, it's not too bad. Maybe it's just because I've been investing my skill points in life and into understanding mathematical stuff. But you know, if let's say I go into applied microeconomics and stuff, and I listen to their seminar and they talk about what is it, identification strategies and so on, I don't understand any of that things. Alright, so yeah, we got some gems now, guys. Haha, 700 gems. Alright, this is it. I should have just done this instead of spending it on spending that 40 medals, eh? Alright, we are back in play. Let's get it. Nope. Oh, come on. Nope. Oh. What is this rubbish? What is this rubbish? See you, Casey. Have a good day at work. Thank you very much for joining the stream. This is rough, man. This is rough. You know, you celebrate too early in life. This is bullshit. This is bullshit. Okay. Let's get some substat efficiency. Alright. How far can I go in tier 20? I need to get to 500 waves. That's not happening. But 480 gems. AKZ, I can't actually save until next week because the banner is ending in 1 day. Let's try tier 20. We see how we go. Oh shit, I forgot that I need to take this out and put this in. Do I even care about the EHP related cards at this stage? Probably not, but there's nothing else I can put in. So let's go. Need to get to 5. Oh shit. Yes, retry. Put demon mode on right at the start. Let's buy a Nico, you know, the game is really not giving me many options, eh? Carol, I'm not sure if it's meta, but I want it. It's good for me. I think it's good for me. You know what, since I actually need the damage, let's just max. Let's go max on all of this. Yeah, 150 meters range. And then we put our orbs. Around here. Slightly further up. I think this is good. Maybe if that guy overtakes me and I get down to 3rd place, maybe I will try another run where maybe 120 meters range. 140 does seem a bit iffy because my poison swamp is not getting much coverage. Carol, oh no. Pilgrim, yeah. Fats is watching my game, right? He's got too much time on his hands. Let's see. I hope the other guy dies. Where is tournament? 2282. Okay, let's just keep an eye on it for a while. I need all mods playing for 2 months. Yeah. So Carol, actually, you know, now that you have already pulled all the gems, no point thinking. But there are a lot of old modules which will benefit you a lot. I think even if you get the new module now, you probably would want to stick with Multiverse Nexus for a while before switching to PC. What? Pilgrim, rank 1 in your bracket is 1550. Damn. That's really lucky, Pilgrim. it is going to be at least 4 months, if not 6, to get assist modules. Oh, so Carol, are you spending in this game? Otherwise, it's going to be not 4 months. It's not going to be 4 months if you just if you're only playing for 2 months and you're not spending on the game. Even then, it might take a bit longer to get S modes. They do need quite a lot of work. To get, especially clearing up to tier 19. You have to clear tier 18 with 300. That's a bit of work in itself. Okay. Yeah, I think even with spending, it's 6 months is tough. It's tough. I hope you get there. William, yeah. This game, you put a bunch of guys into this game. There's nothing much. People are not going to be very tactful with the way they name stuff, Golden Tower. I see. So one of the issues with having a large range is that I'm noticing is that fleets become harder with larger range. Watching Formula 1 qualifying while watching your stream, having a little headache. This game has to have the highest concentration of males and high IQ types. There are people like me that pull the IQ down. Don't worry, William. But yeah, at least from the videos, the demographics on YouTube, I see that 99.9% are male and 0.01 are user unspecified. I'm pretty sure it's male. I need to get to wave 500 to get coin. Oh, check it out. 70% EOS. Haha. Broke the 70. And let's just pump up this number a little bit. Is there anything else that I'm locking? I don't think so, right? Then let's take out free upgrades and let it upgrade naturally. Hey Lelis, how are you? Guess what? Still with no DC. Guess what? Still with no PC for me. We are all in the same boat. Don't worry. I just did like a tier 18, tier 21 milestone. I got myself 700 gems and I was so confident that I would get one copy of PC and I didn't. I didn't get any of it though. William, I will get CF. Just because it takes a bit of lap time to get done. Alright, we are done with this. I can put the card back in. Let's see. 2282. Alright, so I think Ave Christus, I'm just going to call him Rex. I think Rex died. Rex seems like he's dead. I know CF is the most long-term valuable, but maybe IOM lets me progress efficiently and win more stones in the interim. Maybe I don't think IOM actually does very much, to be honest. It maybe extends your wave by like 1 or 2 boss waves. That's it. Tier 12 4500 milestone, hope to get it this time. Go for it, Lelis. Make sure you pump up your EOS or something. The more EOS you get, the easier it is. Poison Swamp. So William, Poison Swamp is only good with CF Plus, because with Poison Swamp the main benefit comes from the stuns, and you need your enemies to spin into the swamp to get them stunned. $150 waves. Alright, I'm just gonna go to the washroom for a bit. Be right back. Carol, I'm back. Carol, yeah, CF Plus looks tasty, but GT Plus is much better, man. GT Plus affords masteries. I think the last I saw Zerodin stream, I'm not sure if it's still the same, but the last I saw his stream, he didn't have CF Plus even. It's probably harming him a bit at this stage, but I mean, it's still possible to progress pretty far without CF Plus. Maybe I'll pop nuke the next overcharge that spawns. Especially since my wall is down. William, some people are reporting that lab speedups are underpowered right now. What do you mean by that? Nico, from what I understand, you can't use auto clickers, so don't do that. Oh, there we go. That overcharge was there. Let's pop him. Oh, is that so? If you're using 5x or 6x speed up, you're not getting full speed. I don't know about that. But for me, I'm sort of at the point where I'm able to just put all my laps at 5x and maybe 1 or 2 laps at 6x every day. So I don't really bother. I mean, it's not like my cell count is going to matter. Probably there will be some truth to it, William. I mean, we know that attack speed was only recently fixed. So, you know, maybe that's the same for labs as well. More like instead of 6x, you're getting 4.8. Whoa, wow. So far, I've actually been noticing that I'm hitting my laps on time. So, I don't really notice that. But I do notice that that if you look at this sometimes this, because I put 1 hour restarts, sometimes it just doesn't auto reroll, roll over. I think that's a bug that only happens when you use the 1 hour speed up. So maybe with that, people are noticing that they're only getting 4.8x instead of 6 because they have to manually go in and refresh that thing. My labs used to be more spaced out and now they all started synchronizing. Oh, that's interesting, Widow. Now they are all on the same time. Okay. That's very strange actually. Maybe you should raise like a ticket to the developers and get them to look at it. It shouldn't be happening. There goes second win. This is not looking good. I don't think I'll be able to get gems this way. Oh no, what am I going to do if I don't get gems today? Hang on, let me visit that website. How much do gems cost right now? So expensive. How many gems would I get from tournaments? So it's either 600 or 700 gems, depending if I finish second or third. Maybe I'll just wait till tomorrow to see if I can actually get the module before I decide whether or not I want to spend on this game. I've spent too much this month, way too much. Graham says, William. Oh, your labs went in the opposite direction. I had them all synced up and they're going wonky. Yeah, there might be some issue with the coding there, Graham. William, do I ever use Missile Barrage? Yeah, if I happen to be around when I need to use it, or when there's an enemy near my wall, I would use it. Well, I guess if like there's commanders and there's like a whole mess of enemies waiting to die out, I might use Missile Barrage. But because my smart missiles are relatively underdeveloped, they don't actually do very much damage at all. Yeah, you can see like my smart missile damage is comparatively a lot lower than Chain Lightning and Poison Swamp. The code is designed to do the opposite of what you want. What, we're living in the Matrix, William? What if N equals to sync? The only N and sync I know is that boy band and sync. I reckon we can make it to 500, at least 400 waves. 400 waves, there are stones at least. And if there are 400 stones, if there's stones, then maybe I get a bit more ELS and then I feel better about myself. The game is a giant behavioral experiment to manipulate people wanting to spend money versus artificial scarcity. In a way, every game is like this. The remaining time on the save level, what time actually is under the current speed up conditions. Oh, I see, Graham. Yeah, you guys pay attention to all of this kind of things. I never ever bother with these kinds of things, to be honest. Like, for me, it's just, okay, click, set it, forget it, and don't bother about it anymore. Oh, enhancement utility coin discount. So if I do a respec, I get even more enhancements, I guess. Let's see if we can get to 400. If we can get to 400, I'm happy. Oh, we have 20 gems. Alright. This is it. This is it. Ah, damn it. Ah. You know, maybe I should put like a black screen over on top of my game and then click so that I can't see what's happening. This is miserable, man. If Eagle was here, so Eagle used to see me pull every 20 gems for Black Hole Digester, and he thinks I'm crazy. I probably am, but this is giving me flashbacks of what was happening back then. Nicken says, respec my workshop to get 1.1 Q coins, then rush lab damage card mastery. Got 40 more waves in Legends. Whoa. Is it worth it, Nicken? Did that 40 more waves get you like more stones or gems or something? Oh, probably we'll get 2 keys this tournament. Congratulations. You're in the late game now. the Dutch did with tulips much better than with what roots did. Roots and dippers. Oh. So Graham, there is a paper by Max Corden and Peter Neary. It's a very old international trade paper, and they characterize that some phenomenon about that high increase in tulip price, I think, as the Dutch disease. Let me see if I remember correctly. Oh, maybe I'm mistaken. So it's about foreign exchange. So it's an economic phenomenon where a natural resource boom, like the discovery of oil, causes a country's currency to appreciate, leading to a decline in other export sectors. It's not about the tulips in the Netherlands. It's about natural gas. Nick, how many waves do you need to get 2 keys? Oh, it seems like we can make it to 400. Nice. Maybe we can actually do 500. It's not as simple as just a bubble inflated and bursting. Hey G-Fuzz, how are you? Not going very well. So since last tournament stream, I pulled 1 copy of Primordial Collapse. And as you can see, I'm doing a tier 20 milestone run now, in the hopes that I get to wave 500 to hopefully get some gems to pull that last copy. I'm left with 1 copy and it's just not coming. But other than that, pretty good. Tournament bracket, not too bad. Either 2nd or 3rd position this tournament. How are you? Yeah, it's just been terrible. Like 17, 8, no, with that 700, I'm pretty sure it's like 18,000 gems now. Currently sitting in position 14. That's great. I mean, generally for tournament performance, I don't really care what my rank is, as long as overall I see like the wave count is going up over time. You know, everyone's tower progresses a bit differently, and I think in terms of, you know, there's a whole spectrum of players, right? On one end you get players who don't focus on econ at all, and then there's on the other end players who focus entirely on econ. I think I sit somewhere around like the 65 to 70% region. So like 70% econ, 30% other stuff. But the reason why I'm focusing so heavily on econ is let me show you guys the lab course. Alright, look at this. This is level 3 going on level 4. It's 805 little Q. It's probably more than the amount I've put into masteries. And that's just for one lab level. It's too expensive. Like these days I'm getting something like 80, just under 80 Q an hour in farming. It's nowhere near enough. Like I know Greeny mentioned he's getting something like 400-ish, 450 Q an hour, something like that. Oh, I died. 411, okay. Well, I mean, at least I get stones, 75 stones, that's nice. Which means that as mods get one more click in them. Right, 30, 35 and 20. And you know, let's just prepare back our modules and get the farming run started. Black hole digester and galaxy compressor. Yes. Whoa. Jifas, was that you again? Oh, oh man. Well, to whoever it was, thank you very much. But you shouldn't have. I think spending money on gems is really painful. But thank you, whoever that was. Pull for the module? Let's pull for the module, yeah? And thank you very much, Shifas. I really appreciate that. Let's... Oh, okay. Well, let's see the history, alright? We see the history. How far away am I from a pity pool? 2, 4, 6, 8, 12, 14, 15. Alright, that's 15 here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's 75, 77. Oh, I'm still quite far away. I'm just midway through a pity pool. Alright, let's hope we don't get pity pool. Nothing. Let's hope that at least if we get to pity pool, it's the primordial collapse. This is ridiculous. So that's 1,000 gems for nothing. Damn, my luck is terrible. This makes it pity, yeah? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, alright, so this is going to be the pity pool. Come on. Primordial collapse. I'm just gonna click next. No. Alright, we got it. We got it. Oh, we got it. Alright. Let's do the mergers. Oh, we got it. I'm so happy. Let's equip it as assist and let's do some rerolls. Let me think about how I want to reroll this. Okay, so we go GT bonus, GT duration. Let's remove this stuff first. I need spotlight angle, spotlight bonus. Yeah, okay, let's put it all in the. Let's put it all in play. Smart missile quantity, smart missile cooldown. I don't need inner landmine stuff. Right, let's put poison swarm stuff inside as well, and we see if we can get any of this. Alright, GT bonus, we have to keep that. GT duration, alright, we got that. Let me save this first. So what do I actually need? I need spotlight angle. Well, I mean, if I don't have the spotlight angle, it's not the end of the world because I don't have spotlight plus. And let's be, yeah, let's just reroll and see what we get. I mean, it's nice that the first two ancestrals that pop up are the two that I really need the most. At least it's not as bad as my Harmony Conductor. 5 smart missile quantity. Okay, this is what I'm going to save this first, but I'm going to reroll the effects away. And the reason why I want to reroll the effects away is because as you can see, it's only 0.95 of a smart missile quantity, which means I get nothing. But in terms of the other stuff that I can get, poison swarm duration cooldown, spotlight bonus, spotlight angle, they are all going to I guess directly benefit. So okay, let's auto reroll away this thing. Hey Kristen, how are you? I just got my primordial collapse. Oh, I see all the ancestrals passing me by. But thankfully it's only 128 per click at this stage. But still, it's taking a while. This is just going to be for farming. So I can do boom boom in farming. Wow, this is painful. This is painful. Oh my god. What is this? First they don't give me the module. Now they don't give me the substats. Hang on. Let's stop this bullshit. So Kristen, I'm thinking that I would want to, maybe if I have smart missile quantity, put it in like the 201 substat, right? So for now, this would be spotlight angle, spotlight bonus, and then either poison swamp or smart missile kind of cooldown stuff. You think that would be better? Because with smart missile quantity, it's not as useful. I need to get like very specific numbers for my SMod stats in order to get the extra quantity. So yeah, you know what, let's just go new. Let's go previous first, it doesn't matter. Let's close this. Let's open it up again. "10 seconds poison swamp duration." Yeah, let's keep it. Let's keep the new one first. What do I have on my arm chip? I have smart missile stuff. I don't have poison swamp stuff. Okay, so yeah, it wouldn't hurt to have poison swamp duration here. I would try and get all the econ stats first. So you mean get spotlight angle first? Poison swamp cooldown. Oof. It's like the game wants me to ignore what you're saying. Spotlight angle is a must-have. You know what? I mean, I can't pass up on this too, right? Let's just do manual rerolls from now, and then we pray for spotlight angle. Three seconds black hole duration. I don't need that. Let's keep this, and then we continue. Three versus 6, so 6 is better. Death with damage, we don't need that. Death with quantity, I don't need that, Christian, because I'm using Galaxy Compressor, so I actually have enough uptime on my Death Wave. I think eventually when I get one more click into the SMod rarity, it's going to be permanent already. Yeah boy, G-Com, so I can go boom boom. I want to make it so that whenever you look at my tower, you're going to feel an immense sadness because not enough econ. are we doing with this? Nothing. Nope. Ooh, three chain lightning quantity, is that better? So I'm thinking no, because this is for S mod, so no. I'm actually having a lot of trouble with scatters in my farming run at the moment. Just lack of damage. Ooh, 4 smart missile cooldown versus 6-degree spotlight angle. Yeah, for the love of boom boom. GT cooldown, I don't actually need that. $10-meter black hole size. Huh. No, let's roll this away. Let's continue rolling. Spotlight bonus. No, it's not ancestral. IOM damage, no. Death with damage, no. Those are pretty bad ancestral rolls, to be honest. Four seconds black hole duration, also no. Death with damage, also no. Right, here's what I'll do. I'll take the previous and then I will try to roll for some amount of spotlight angle here. 3 seconds black hole duration. No, I don't need black hole duration. $10x spotlight bonus, let's keep this first. Degree spotlight angle wouldn't do anything, right? Yeah, we get less than 1 degree of spotlight angle, so no. Six seconds death with cooldown. That will give me like 1 second death with cooldown. No, it's not a big deal. Alright, and we are spent. Well, I mean, this seems decent. So I'll go Ohm Chip and Primordial Collapse. I think that would give me a lot of extra amp. Carol says, I miss the good old days when rolling for subs was a months-long project on Solid. BioCD need to get them all done. And now. Yeah, I mean, with the introduction of Cache Mastery, it's a lot easier to roll nowadays. Switch back to farming setup. And I don't think I can upgrade anything here. Hey Nu, how are you? Alright, it looks like Rex really died, so that's good. I think that is everything that needs to change. Oh, my labs, yes. I need to get this down. Yeah, all things considered, no, I'm good. I finally got my Primordial Collapse. Just got it to Ancestral. And I'm just done with re-rolling it. It looks like this currently. Not the best, but we will get it up a little bit better. I'm currently going to try like Ohm Chip and Primordial Collapse. I want to see how it would look like in a farming run. This is... oh, why is my range so high? I think I'm using tournament setup. Yeah. So we need this down. Oh, right. Yes. Forgot that I needed to unlock this. So I should probably start work on my spotlight angle soon. Oh, look at that, so pretty. Oh, that looks so nice. What I want to see is if I can actually get all my poison swarms to fit inside my black hole. At this stage, it's not entirely contained within my black hole, so I might have to pump in like... So I know that if I take out the AoE card, it's going to sit on the inside, but then I get smaller smart missiles, which I'm not very keen on, because you know the whole purpose of having the boom boom build is to have smart missiles explode often. But at least with 30-meter range, it's sitting within my black holes, and I'm not going to unnecessarily stun enemies. But I get to stun the bosses and the elites and so on. Oh, this looks so pretty, doesn't it? Now, what about if I were to use, say, range card in this, and maybe take out landmine stun? There's a boss alive. Okay, take out landmine stun and put in the new card mastery AoE. Is this going to give me enough range on my black hole? So no, as you can see, I'm stunning enemies here. So the question then becomes how big of a range must I have in order to be able to get there? Let's say if I try like 69.5. Which is like the standard range, right? So if it's at this range, will my black holes contain all the swamps? No, there's still going to be a bit of a gap. I see. So that means that I can't actually use the AoE card unless it's in tournaments. But with 30-meter range. What other card mastery? What other card can I put in place of this? I guess I can put in EHP related stuff. Maybe that would help me survive a bit better. So let's see. I need the cash card inside for cash mastery, so I can't take that out. I guess I really need that last card slot, hey? Right now what I can do is, I guess, health regen. I can put that in. I don't need landmine stun. I can put in extra defense. Maybe that might be useful. It wouldn't do anything, to be honest, but health regen would be decent. So my wall can maybe soak up a couple more hits from enemies. That might be more useful, right? If I take out Death Ray, that's actually not good because of the mission. Okay, let's put in health regen like this, and then I can tweak my perks a little bit for my band perks. Oh, okay, so I actually have my EHP perks on. Okay. So this should give me a bit more survivability when facing overcharged enemies. And when I finally get that last slot, it can be extra defense, I guess. And so I'll be using 30-meter range without the card mastery for the time being, until such time where maybe I roll in black hole size as my last slot in my own chip. And that, with maybe 60 meters range, should get me enough black hole coverage. Oh, the triple black hole looks so pretty. Where is everyone? No idea. Everyone's just watching me ramble on to myself. I'm a bit distracted from the chat today. And so this should net me a higher wave count in my farming runs, simply because I have Poison Swarm Stun on. So I think it's going to be a net coin gain, but we shall see. I think minus 14 should be okay. Alright, and I guess this would be a good time to wrap up the stream. So thank you all for joining the stream. G-First, thank you once again for the gems. You've really helped me a lot. And all the best in your tournament runs, everyone. Oh, Slick, yeah, sure. The damage slider, you see my damage is now in red. It's I'm doing 10 to the power of minus 14 times of the enemy's health in terms of damage. That's the upper bound on my damage, but if I were to say increase the slider, you can see like my damage is now a bit higher. I just don't want to kill the enemies too quickly. I want my orbs to do most of the killing, and so that's why I have the damage slider on. Right, but anyway, time to wrap up the stream. So thank you all for joining. Have a great weekend, and I'll catch you guys in the next stream. Bye!